Eric Heaggans is a government and film major at the University of Texas, from humble roots in Ohio.
I'm just a broke black kid from Cleveland, oldest of 10. So it was a single mom on Section 8 and welfare. The whole life growing up just milking the system for everything it was worth.
Heaggans is active in the campus community, and in an election year where the youth vote may be a key factor, you can find him on the West Mall tabling for his party, the Republican Party.
It's very, very, very hard to find an African-American Republican. It's me. I haven't met many others.
Heaggans left home at 16 for the Air Force, settling in Texas where he owns a real estate investment company and a production company.
My thing is, I want my business to be as big as possible. I want my company to dominate the market. I want to put everybody else out of business. That's the idea of business.
Heaggans discovered his views on business fell in line with Republican ideology after a high school trip to see Colin Powell speak in downtown Cleveland, despite being raised as a Democrat.
I've always supported that, but I never knew, I didn't know politics. My uncle, who's extremely pro-Democrat, and every time I see him, me and him battle.
Only 4% of UT students are African American, and the African American Republican Leadership Council says only 14% of registered African American voters are Republicans. Heaggans' political beliefs appear rare on paper compared to the majority of African Americans, but among his college peers, respect does exist for Heaggans' political choice.
I admire his strength to be able to be so public about his Republican loyalty.
Jasmine Haynes is a junior at UT and a Democrat. Haynes may respect Heaggans' view personally, but feels the majority of African Americans in her party are not as tolerant.
When you see somebody that is different, it's just like this backlash, like, oh, how can you do that? Oh, you a sellout, you this, you that. Instead of really trying to respect that different opinion, I just think sometimes African Americans have the difficulty of accepting what's different.
I had a lot of slurs thrown at me, such as sellout and turncoat and Uncle Tom. Those things don't bother me because I feel that's democracy in action.
Heaggans' only fear this election is that race may be a key factor for the public, and views on domestic issues like the economy and healthcare will take a back seat.
The problem is that everyone expects that because I'm African American, I should automatically support democratic ideas. You need to step back and take race out of the equation, because you can't forget what happened with Jim Crow. You can't forget slavery. But if you let it control your mind, slavery wins. If you play that game, then there's not going to be a point where the best person for the job is in office. And that's going to lead to problems, and it's just going to eventually lead to dissension within the ranks of our government.
For ABC News on Campus, Joseph Malaris, Austin.